Greetings, Rando fans, and welcome to this gold temp. Words are hard. One sec. Gold bracket match between Zaxorai and Tyrant. This is game two of from both of them. The first one won Zaxorai with a good lead. So the pressure is on Tyrant now to win that, to get this to a match 3. And we got this time a casual boots. A little later on, there is Squishy Panda on my side in the commentator booth.
I can
I
can keep you company until then, Morma.
Alright. We got the host of that show and partially commentator Sean on my side. And we got Silent Pain as tracker.
Yeah, as you said, Zax won game 1, so we'll see what happens here. It's Kaz boots, so we get to see some nice clean movement eventually.
Maybe even a sub 5. Who knows?
Zax had a bit of a hiccup at the start, so we'll see. Still definitely possible. Ooh, a hammer.
Hammer. That's a nice item in the escape.
Let me get these people synced a little better.
Let's see, hope for good RNG from the guards here. Well done from both. I like that.
And as Mormon still said, we will get Squishy Panda in here at some point, but he is currently in a race that's running a little longer than I think he anticipated, so we will see when he can join us here.
Ooh. Some small mistakes from Tyrant here.
Yeah, just looked like he was maybe unsure about the dash line there, whether it would bonk on the rail or not. I think he was fine, but I didn't get a great look at it. Dr. John says, book on Ped with Ice Rod on Bombo's tablet. Isn't that a paradox? The book hint for if book is on pedestal. Book can absolutely be on the pedestal, as we all know. Tyrant taking probably a little more damage than he wanted to, so just decides to grab a heart under the pot.
And probably he will grab extra backup safeties on the way out.
Yeah, I actually ran a Kazboot seed earlier against my friend Skip Frosh, and I also maybe took a little more damage than I should have in Escape, so I definitely feel that. Zach's a couple rooms ahead here. But I mean, it's this indicates nothing. The real meat of the seed happens in probably about the 15-minute to 1 hour mark, I would say.
In the open field of the seed.
Yeah, a lot of people prefer open mode because it takes out this escape sequence, and this is just kind of like you can tell we're kind of struggling to find stuff to talk about, and this is not exclusive to Rando. Like, this is kind of the doldrums of speedruns as well. But yeah, and there's a lot more to talk about when they're doing different things, right?
Route divergency makes the butter and bread for commentators, for the streams. That's what makes it interesting. Ooh.
Zax tried for the key dash, but canceled a little bit early.
But still a good pace here in this game. 440 right now.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad pace at all for either one. Compared to week 0, both of these runners have leveled up tremendously, and there's definitely a reason they both made gold sword bracket.
Yes.
Zax just missing out on the perfect Swiss rounds with the 5-1 record. I believe Tyrant was 4-2, but had a bit of a tough path, so had the tiebreakers to make it in on the 12 seed. All right, we've got a red crystal at Eastern and a pendant at Desert.
Just some money in bunk rocks. The bird snipe.
Yeah.
The double snipe.
Yeah, that guy's a pain. Alright, are we killing Aga 1? Probably not. Safe for now. Ooh, Tyrant got sniped too.
Some laugh from the bush crab. And the Master Sword, that early.
Yeah, see, the thing about Sword Assured is we don't get some of that sweet swordless action, and in my opinion, starting with randomized swords kind of makes you improvise a little bit more. That sword is more of a safety item than people really realize, I think. Alright, we're rich. Never gonna need money in this game.
Holy crap. That's a lot of rupees in Blindside out here.
That's a good point from Link to the Past Ken in chat. Who just leaves a sword in the middle of a hole in the woods? Seriously. Who does that?
Well, it's a thief's hole, so it's a stolen good.
Ooh, it's probably a pilfered sword. Glove, which doesn't mean a whole lot since we've already done escape. And another sword.
And we got 10 bird and shovel.
Alright, seeds free.
Holy crap.
Cat says hi to the stream. That is indeed cracked.
And we got the ice rod in the back of the tavern.
Alright, well now we know TR's a pendant.
Yeah.
That's a me. Is the starting sword
And we
in
need to...
Is the starting sword in logic
Okay.
for Aga or just the other sword and cape? That's a good question. The game knows that the player starts with a sword, so it does take the starting sword into account logically. Thank you for asking that. Second map check there from Tyrant.
And maybe some mistakes on tracking down the crystals and pendants. So double check isn't that bad. Or it just was a misclick on the controller.
No one's ever done that before. Alright, so Zax's going and attacking Mini Moldorm Cave. Not a bad idea with Zora money in hand. Let's see what Tyrant does. It's like he wants to go to the dam.
Get a burn now. A blue mail and a bottle.
Every single time that you do CAC first, you get a bottle immediately afterwards. Buzzball's a jerk.
Nothing in the dam at all. Yeah, as I thought, Tyrant will head over to Desert and check Agina.
Yeah, see, I like this play, but there's not a lot of people that do, just because Agina is kind of out of the way, and unlike Ice Rod Cave, it's a spot that you're going to be later on, no matter which route you take, so a lot of people like to put this check off, but like, if that's your Moon Pearl, then like, you're risking a last locate there.
Sadly for Tyrant, it's just some rupees. But we have seen a shroom on the Hylia Lake Island from Zack.
Yeah, I have to keep reminding myself we're not allowed to go get that. Nothing on Zora Ledge, which is always kind of a relief moment there. Because came up here with no way to fake flipper.
Nothing on Zora.
I don't think Zora's ever had anything, honestly.
Well, he's the scam fish, and that's for a reason.
Oh no, Zax's feet are wet. Why didn't he refill his potion from the waterfall? Probably, honestly, just wasn't thinking about it. But you're right, most people will throw the bottle in and see what the fairy gives them. Alright. So, the only thing we haven't seen so far is Saha Eastern, is that right? Ooh. Aren't setting up the double water walk, or does he just want to water walk out of...
We didn't see a hobo from Zaxorai.
Okay,
So that's a new
that's
item
interesting.
here.
Okay, I wonder if Tyrant is setting up a double water walk here, or if he just wants to Oh, because he doesn't have the pearl, he's definitely water walking out of
Yeah.
Hobo. Okay, I see. That would have been spicy if he was setting up the double, but I mean, we know there's nothing there, but that amount of anticipation. Alright, first look at Saha. We know something has to be in this area. Whether that's a lamp for Aga 1, for Pearl on Pyramid, or it's just the Pearl.
It's the flippers.
No. We've already seen all the flipper checks, so
Yeah.
we know that there has to be something in Eastern. But Zax doesn't necessarily. Those flippers might be pointing toward the Hobo.
Yeah. And I hope Zax will not go for a Hobo anytime soon.
For his sake, sure. But if he does, that just means we get more Zelda.
Hmm.
That is a good point in chat. It could, like, the lamp could also just put him up the mountain as well. I don't love that play with no mirror or hook shot, but it's a play, and it's not Aga 1, and as I've learned, rando players are, I guess, allergic to Aga 1. This makes them break out in some sort of rash.
To be fair, that seed looks heavily like Aga seed. We got a lot of swords, we got blue mail, some health. I wouldn't surprise if we find a lamp right now. And nothing on the mountain if they decide to go to the mountain.
Yeah, there's also that outstanding sick kid check, but I mean, for me, I don't want to check sick kid. It's too far to go for just a one-off check, even if it is the Moon Pearl.
Well, they probably will do when they didn't find something in Eastern Hiraya.
100% sure what Zax was going for there. I think there's a way that you can, like, lay a bomb and then just kill the other skeleton with a pot. But didn't look like he set it up correctly. And there's our Moon Pearl.
Yep, Moon Pearl. Means we got Dark World access.
So with this Dark World access, I like going to Hype Cave just so you can kind of see the pendant and crystal layout without having to commit to one dungeon or the other. I don't know, do you...
Also 5 super quick checks. And from there you can decide if you want to go to the left side for Stumpy and so on, or go for Pyramid Catfish. Or even in Pot Dip.
And I just got a message from Squishy Panda. Unfortunately, his internet is out and his power is kind of unstable, so I don't believe that he will be joining us. But I am happy to keep you company throughout this seed.
Let me think. I think it was like 1 year ago that we did that. A Momosil Sean commentator combo?
Yeah, I think we've done it a couple of times. I know you volunteer for my restreams a lot, and I do appreciate it. Alright, so Zax is going left here. I kind of like this rather than going up and trying to spike a bow out of pod. Ooh, book.
We got a book.
Like I said, I do like this play because these two checks right here, Dig Game and Stumpy, get a little awkward to get to if you just leave them to go to pod with no mitts. We have green pendant Thieves Town and a regular pendant at Mire, and our last 5-6 is at Turtle Rock.
Zax heading straight over to Kakariko, checking Sicket for I think the lamp, maybe? That could be anything else. And then going straight
hopefully
to
it's a
VRL.
fire rod. No fire
Nope.
rod, unfortunately. And there we go. Tyrant gonna go to the pyramid. Looks like. Is he gonna follow it up with Catfish? Is the big question.
It could be Pyramid Catfish or Pyramid Pot. We got a lot of rupees, so the entrance in Pot wouldn't be a problem. The only thing is Catfish would be pretty often at that routing.
Yeah, okay, we're going up to Catfish.
Yes.
I don't hate this. It's a nice way to maybe think about your next move. And I mean, Tyrant's playing from a game down, so he's hoping to find something weird, right, to pull out a victory here.
Tyrant copied probably that move from me, because I am a Hype Cave Pyramid Catfish runner.
Okay, I didn't know that was a Mormosil special.
I won a good amount of races because of that move. Ooh, we got a mirror here in Brewery.
Yeah, that's kind of puts Zax in an awkward spot. Like, you kind of have to choose between Cave 45 and Graveyard Ledge now, and I think the obvious choice is Graveyard Ledge.
The question is Zack just going for the first four checks? Or is he going deeper into Thieves Town? Ooh, we got the fire rod!
I have to go adjust my fan because it's getting a little stuffy in here, but... Oh, we found a fire rod also.
Yes, in ambush chest.
Okay, well that's definitely something you like to see as a runner. Like, you came over here to grab the crystal, and now all of a sudden you can grab another one, and now you don't. And yeah, unfortunately for Tyrant, he's gonna have to come back at some point. And bailing on Thieves Town. Oh, because it's green pendant? Okay.
If I didn't miss it, I think we got 2 items front.
Okay, are we just killing Moth and going back to Thieves? I don't hate that.
Maybe Skullwoods into North checks into rest of Thieves Town.
this is a good example of Zax doing what he has to do first before he makes a decision on, like, bonus checks. Like, you definitely can't just totally ignore that green pendant in Thieves. But I don't believe that that's what he's doing here. Oh, and we have a mirror and a book. We get a ped read on this as well. Alright, I'm gonna bring in another commentator here. Everybody welcome Esmar. What's up, Esmar?
Thanks, Esmar.
Maybe having some technical difficulties, but we'll be on in just a minute.
Nice try from Zax here for a poke dash. And nice clean moth fight. Rewarded with a red mail.
Yeah, the seed is really giving you some nice equipment here.
Aaron found finally his fire rod. And Zax will a little bit be disappointed after he finds the piece in the last chest.
Okay, do we have Esmar in here yet? It's not.
So far, no Esmar. Link to the Past can. Ice isn't doable because we don't have Titans right now. We need Titans to go to Ice Palace. Check from Zaxorai with the red rupee. Some rupees in the attic for Tyrant here.
Right. Zax is gonna do those North Dark World checks. Let's see if he ends up going to Pod or back to Thieves.
Dimitri, I don't think so, because we still don't have Titans. With Titans, yes, definitely Mountain. But I would stick around the lower part of Hyrule at the moment. Therefore, you don't need to go 3 times on the mountain. And we got Titans in Thieves Town.
Oh,
Completely vanilla.
hey. That's the
Holy
kind of
crap.
that's the kind of thing that Tyrant needed. All right, I believe we have figured out the tech issues. Hello, Esmar.
Hello. So,
Hi, Uzma.
sorry about that. What do we have going on here?
We got a casual boots race between Zaxorai and Tyrant in the goat brackets. It's game 2. First one won Zaxorai.
All right, yeah, and I'm seeing that we have the mirror on Zax's side, and Tyrant's got the second glove upgrade.
But Tyrant will find the mirror pretty soon. It's in Brewery. Both runner did pretty much the same. Zaxorai decided to bail on Thieves Town after the first 4 checks, after he found the fire rod, and Tyrant did Scouts first and decided to go for the green pendant behind a blind. So therefore, Tyrant got the Titans and Zaxorai got already Scouts down and decided to go for the north checks, and now we are here for hobo check on Zaxorai. Redmare was also on the moth.
Yeah, and I imagine we're seeing Tyrant heading down to... Have we seen Hype Cave from either of these runners yet?
Yeah, both started
Okay,
in
they both
Darkwood
started
Hype
Hype
Cave.
Cave. Okay, so just the mirror checks here.
Yes. And Zaxorai decided to go left side after Hype Cave, and Tyrant did Pyramid Catfish. Therefore, now he has the book. A little bit strange movement here from Tyrant. To check Stumpy before grabbing the Smith and the digging gameplay.
Yeah,
again?
maybe changing his mind a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
It's kind of one of those awkward situations where you don't know exactly what the best thing to go for is. You don't want to invest the time into the dig game if you kind of want to just get moving. You have some stuff here you can do with the mirror showing up all of a sudden.
Here for Zaxorai. Just a bloopy.
I imagine with that book we're going to see a Bombo's tablet check.
Nothing on the Smith.
Yeah, so we're also at the point here where Ice Palace is potentially fully in logic. So just thinking of where the seed kind of wants us to go next, or where the next sort of progression is outside of overworld checks here.
I like the play from Tyrant here, going into the Dark World again. So you can check Bomb's tablet as well.
Yeah, worth noting, I think Tyrant would have been able to start dashing as soon as he got to the Dark World.
Oh,
and there's
we
that
got
red
the
cane.
Samaria.
And so where was that second glove upgrade that Zax missed? Is that in the back?
Fully
of the town?
vanilla in Thief's Town Big
Ooh,
Chest.
Okay. That's a big pickup then from Tyrant, because that has that red cane behind it. Because not only is that required for Turtle Rock, but it does make Ice Palace a lot faster. And kind of like I was alluding to earlier, it's not strictly required necessarily. It can be Samaria locked, but logically, there is the potential that if things get a little bit too strung out, Zax ends up doing Ice Palace without that cane. Though it being behind the mitts in particular, there's a lot of stuff that you get funneled to if you're missing the mitts. So.
Yeah, if Zax thinks he's behind a lot and skips on the Smith chain, that's
Yeah.
all what Tyrant needs to get the win. Pretty much.
So you're moving through desert. Again, another pendant dungeon, but it is checks. We're getting the mushroom turn in here from Zax.
Room was on Hylia Lake Island. Oh, you forgot about the screen transition first. Happens in the heat of the race. Oh, we got a hook shot.
Ooh, okay. So Zax has something in hand now. That is that? No, that's not going to lead up the mountain because I mean it could, unless we've seen mountain already. Have we seen Paradox Cave and that stuff?
Nope. No runner was.
No, yeah, because we just recently picked up the mirror, so we wouldn't have had access to any of that. So that's possible. That favors Tyrant if he gets to that. Since with the gloves, with both gloves can check the Dark World. But yeah, you see that hook shot, you can now do Swamp Palace. You may as well go ahead and complete that right away here.
Yes. A lot of checks.
Won't have the Samaria Diver Down setup. We'll have to rely on the bomb setup.
Yeah, I think the Diverless down as well as the Diver down with bombs are pretty known to the runners here. The missing of Samaria shouldn't be a big problem here for Zaxorai.
Yeah, hopefully not. Tyrant opting to finish Desert Palace, which I think makes a lot of sense. You know, may as well double down on the pendant clears as long as it's a relatively quick one like Desert is. And I wasn't paying attention to the items, but the boss here might have our last item.
Said it just 10 arrows. And we got a green goo here on the compass chest for Zaxorai.
Yeah, I imagine by this point, Tyrant has the information that the mushroom is on Lake Hylia Island.
Yeah, both the water
We'll just have to decide to pick it up.
I think that will be Skullwoods now for Tyrant, and then the North checks. Followed up with Ice, probably.
Yeah, so we
And
don't
grabbing
have
the shroom
knowledge
as well.
of Turtle Rock Medallion, so we need at least one medallion and bow for go mode, and yeah, between the two runners we need those. Anything else could be locked behind, you know, if something's in mire. We need the flute as well. As far
For
as
the
items, we
logical
just need
mountain, we still need lamp or flute.
Ah, yes. Yeah, logically, yeah, we will require that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, flute just recently showed up. Yeah, so that flute showing up for Zax is going to pull him further away from the redip of Thieves Town, which is a little unfortunate. The really big danger is if he ends up just clearing tons and tons of stuff. The best case scenario is you get funneled back to those gloves pretty quickly.
I see Zax first on the mountain before he goes back to Thieves Town.
Yeah. Won't be able to check the Dark World stuff, so at least we're not going to get like a TR dip or something without Samaria. Well, I mean, you can't do a TR dip without Samaria. But yeah, it's kind of insane to go back to a dungeon you check the front of, if it's Pendant Dungeon, before you check Paradox Cave, once it's available and in logic for you.
Nice mob fight here for Tyrant as well.
And Zax heading in to check the final two chests here in Swamp Palace. And we're getting the pedestal check from Tyrant here. Ooh, a sword upgrade. Okay. Probably not worth the time, but...
But to be fair, Tyrant already got 2 pendants.
Yeah, the last one is Mire, though, so, like... do you do Mire
Mire.
just for a gold sword? I don't think so.
Nah.
I mean, if you end up... If there's an item that we need that ends up being in Mire, then that's one thing. It might be worth the time, but especially, you know, at this is gold sword bracket with both runners being fairly good, the difference between tempered and gold sword isn't going to be that
I think the time investment to
worthwhile.
grab the item wouldn't be enough to compensate for
Yeah.
the time loss. Nah, I wouldn't go for that.
Yeah, you might see that in like a fighter sword bracket. That might be a place where that might actually be a decent play. Alright, and that's a full swamp clear, nothing else showing up. As Tyrant doing that North Dark World loop here.
Spawn point misselection here. Happens every time. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, and this is going to be our first look here at Kingstown here.
From Tyrant, yeah. Zax already did the North Road.
Oh yeah, I
And-
suppose yeah, you can skip the
And
skip the nip requirement with mirror.
the thing that Sunpain says, 07 for the flute.
Yeah, and this is gonna be up the mountain more than likely.
Tyrant will clear swamp and I think heading straight over to Hylia Lake after and going into ice.
Oh no, because
never
Tyrant does not
mind.
have the hook shot yet.
Oh yeah, hookshot on the shroom. Yeah. He will grab the shroom and then play ice probably.
Yep, it's looking like ice play.
Hang on me for tablet. Oh, Zax blocked his own path with the dead rock.
Yeah, this is really favoring Tyrant right now because the only things that Zax has on Tyrant are things that Tyrant can afford to miss out on for the time being.
Yeah. Got an early Bicky and the first item here in Hera.
Ooh, okay, so Tyrant opting to hit the switch. I don't know how I feel about this, because I feel like you only want to do that in go mode, in case you have to go to Iced Tea.
A little hiccup here on Icebreaker. Nicely done on Zax here for the Trolldom fight. And the last item is in the basement.
Always nice to see.
Everyone loves it.
Meanwhile, did we catch what our first Ice Palace check was? Have we gotten any items yet?
I think there was a heart piece on Pengator.
Okay, if that's true, then there's 2 left. So I guess it's between here. Okay. Interesting. It's looking like Tyrant is go moding ice, which I'm not sure I agree with on this scenario. You're missing way too many items to be treated as
No.
go
That's
mode.
Ice Tea here, and then he will bomb jump over to freezer room.
Okay. I have not seen this route in a long time. Yeah, I guess you miss. No, you miss freezer, don't you? No, yeah, because you go back upstairs. Yeah. Got it.
Back upstairs, bomb jump over to the left side, to freezer room. Clear freezer room, drop down with the bomb for the big chest. And we got the powder.
All right, that's a little rough having already just seen just done the Smith chain, so not an easy time to go turn that in, but
Well, it helps to turn in the shroom pretty early. Because otherwise you could save the shroom for fake powder. And with powder in hand and shroom in hand, you can turn in the shroom immediately.
ooh, and the cold stare puffs do get away from him a little bit there.
The ice drops don't play along for Tyrant. But still
Yeah,
a good
nice
managed fight
Yeah,
for
nice
Tyrant
recovery
here.
from that. The red mail certainly helps. You can be very aggressive, though. I don't think he took more than 1 hit.
And we got the coffee break for Zax here.
Yeah, I do like this decision to like not just leave this thing up here. Because if you're going to be making multiple mountain trips, it does make sense to not make extra ones if you don't have to. The problem here being that Tyrant, by the time he gets up there, might feel perfectly fine just leaving whatever item is down there. So this has to be something good for Zax. Otherwise, it's just a lot of lost time that Tyrant might be able to dodge. Yeah, it's just a piece of heart.
A heart piece. And that looks like Tyrant will find his hookshot pretty soon.
Yep.
Which leads him to Swamp, which gives him the flute. He can check everything on the mountain.
Yeah, speaking of mountain, we did get the lamp showing up there, I think, in Hera. The issue now is that
Hera, not in Hera. Hera was arrows.
or,
and
must have been in a Paradox Cave or something.
Yeah.
Either way, Light World Mountain. So it was logical flute for mountain access. The biggest issue here is, say if Turtle Rock is Quake, Tyrant will be able to do 2 dungeons up here next time he goes to the mountain.
Which also would mean he's in go mode.
Yeah. With access to, everything that's on the mountain, so everything Zax has found, plus the 6 checks in Hookshot Cave, and the 6 within Turtle Rock, presuming, of course, it is vanilla Quake access.
Ether Medallion was checked, linked to the pass scan. Ether tablet.
And just a shield there in Spike Cave. Tyrant going to be coming up on that flute pretty soon. But yeah, Tyrant sitting very pretty for this race here.
And that looks like a pot dip here for Zaxorai.
Yeah, I mean, especially with a seed where you start with the boots, there's a lot fewer reasons to decide to go back to Thieves Town after skipping it. Because say you skipped it before you found boots, and then it's like, okay, well, now that I have boots, I can come back and save the time it would have taken me to do the slower version, but Thieves Town is a hard one to decide to go back to, especially if it's a pendant. Do you recall how many items were in the front?
2 items in the front.
Okay, yeah, that's even worse, because there's just 2 in the back, so very easy to leave those.
It was green pendant, so it's basically 3 items in the back.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, Tyrant didn't turn in the green pendant for now. So maybe if he decides to go for pot later on. But I think he will go for the mountain first.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with the value of the mountain right now. You've got 1 dungeon, possibly 2, plus like a dozen checks in the overworld, so.
Lactanzi, Sumaria was on purple chest.
With vanilla mitts in Thieves Town, so no access to any of that stuff without going into Thieves Town. And Zax is going to get there eventually, but is bailed out with that bow
here
in
in Starfall's basement.
So again, the dip is paying off, but I mean, how much time is it really saving? Because you got to get back to Thieves Town at some point.
Yeah. And I don't know if Zax checked the last item in Eastern. So maybe he will go Eastern after that.
Yeah, this does make me think, though, that a little bit less that we're going to have Quake TR. Just because if TR was Quake, then the chances were decent that, you've got bow up on what the Dark Death Mountain checks or in TR, but with the TR not necessarily available, or with the bow here. I don't know. I'm just that's just kind of how my brain works when I'm thinking of like where things could be. I thought about pod, but it's not super likely. But having it show up there is
I think
very convenient for Zax. You don't have to double dip.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I think Tyrant will go after the mountain for a quick detour to the Maya area and check what's up there. And then probably he will go for...
Yeah, most likely. Probably won't go into Maya, even if it is Quake.
Yeah. Yeah, and Tyrant is here going back in for the left side. We already know there's nothing we want to have. Just heart piece and stuff.
Yeah, eyes on Zax here.
We got go mode item, backnet.
I actually really wish that you didn't have to cut the curtains to fight Aga 1, because that would mean that there would be some cases in which the bug net was logically required for progress. But unfortunately, just that one.
A little bonk here for Zaxorai.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of this is down to what Zax decides to do after finding the mitts. Because yeah, as Sliver pointed out in chat, you've got the biggest problem is that like, okay, well now you can start doing some more dungeons. And if you get ice, you can technically do that without the cane, but it's gonna take a lot longer. So it's gonna lose time there if he doesn't immediately do a smith chain.
Yeah, but if Zach has in mind, Tyrant could have done this way earlier than I did, and he's on a time rush. Nobody knows. We will see.
It's really down to the decision making here.
Yeah. And Link to the Past can left side couldn't have the ball because Zaxorai did it way earlier. And again, 07 this time for Tyrant here. Nicely done fight here for Zaxorai.
Ooh, and Tyrant not going immediately with the bird, but stopping by to finally finish up the last remaining check here. Got Magic Bat.
Yeah, it's kind of understandable. Then he needs never come back here.
Yeah, and I mean, nice like quick heads up. It'll just activate hook speed and you can zip on down there. And I mean, if you have something pay off like that, like you go into Thieves Town and you end up getting rewarded with the mitts and the Samaria from the purple chest early on, you may feel a little bit less pressure and feel like you can afford to take less chances. You know, it's like, okay, you know, let's make sure that what I need isn't right here before I decide to go here.
And we
being
got
very thorough.
early Maya check, and it looks like Quake as well.
Yeah, I very much doubt we'll see Tyrant head in, but we'll see. You know, while Zach's finishing off Eastern.
Yeah, that's the problem I mentioned earlier. Zax didn't do the last check in Eastern here. I think. Because the last item was on Vicky chest, and it was a hard piece. Tyrant did that out of logic. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, it's a crystal. Thanks again. I didn't mention. I didn't look at that.
Yeah, Tyrant here. Yeah, as we're finishing up here, we've hit the hour mark, so special thanks here to the the runners here for putting on a show for us. It's the end of a long tournament here. Thanks to Sliver for putting on the restreams. We try to get as many of these as we can. Silent Pain doing the tracking here, and Mormisel holding it down in the booth. Apparently there were some issues. I wasn't here for the very beginning of it, but I'm happy to step in as well.
Plan was Squishy Panda, but Esmar, I'm happy you joined in here as a backup, I would say.
Yeah, huge ups to Sliver for making it work regardless. The restreamers are the real heroes. Looks like we're also going to be getting that knowledge from Zax here on that last sword on the pedestal. Which, gives a little bit less reason to go back into Thieves Town for green, but if you're going to do any pendant, it's going to be green on Thieves Town, so.
I wonder why Zax didn't do that after a Swarm, after Skullwoods. Because he had Mirror at that point.
Mirror and book?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Zax was just finishing it up like about 40 minutes ago, I think. Something like that.
Zax had the book before he was in VOO, and in VOO he found Mirror and Fire Rod. So yes, he did have the possibilities for...
Yeah, interesting. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we are going back into Thieves Town here. And so the question is, what does Zax do afterwards? And once all is said and done, what's sort of the damage?
Gamma 2 Quake was in ice. Let's see if Tyrant is in BOGO mode. He's opened up the portal right away. Good call here from him.
Yeah, especially with two medallions. It's just Bombos here that could... Yep, and there it is. It's open.
And
so
it's
we're
Ether.
probably see him go right in.
Therefore, Tyrant is in BOGO mode, and we know where Bo is.
Yeah, a hunt for Bombos would have helped Zaxorai here a little bit, I feel. But now that Tyrant can just sort of keep making progress, it's going to be a little tougher for Zax to mount this comeback.
Yeah. And Zax also don't know which item which medallion he needs for Turtle Rock. I hope he will grab the Smith chain right now after Thieves Town.
Yeah, I mean, you know you need at most 2 items, I think.
Oh! The LSD blind fight here from Zaxorai. Very good executed blind fight.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Yep.
I don't know that I've ever seen this.
Yeah, I've never seen that in the overworld.
All right, well, that's okay. So taking it straight to ice. This is kind of the unfortunate danger here, because now you're doing ice without Samaria, which is going to take a little bit longer, and
But
it's
that
kind of down to
also
when you get
means
to.
he will go to the mountain again without Samaria.
Yeah. I wonder
'Cause I don't
if
think
that
he will
glitch
go
was
for
a
the
was a reason
chain.
there. You know, just use the flute to try and get rid of it.
He could have also flew over to 3, and then
That's
he
true.
were
That's true.
outside and nothing would happen. But
Yeah, this is probably the plan
yeah.
anyway. Which reasonable, but you know, also unfortunate.
The question is, will Tyrant find Silvers here on the way? Because then he knows he's in go mode and can maybe pick up the Silvers in pot.
Yeah, most likely. Like if the other errors show up somewhere else, that bow and pot is not getting missed. We are getting to see the alternate route, the half-intended route through Ice Palace here from Zax. Some rooms we don't get to see very often. We'll see how practiced that IPBJ is.
There we go. Second first try. Ooh. That was a close one, but he knew the corner where he can hide from the fire bar. Smokey for Tyrant.
Tyrant about to finish up Turtle Rock right here. Zax checking Ice T. think, is this the key here?
I think that was... Yeah, that was
it
quick.
wasn't quick.
Tyrant didn't swap to Fire Rod. That was a little bit close.
Yeah, I do think we still have that bottle of green goo that we got earlier, though. Yeah, Zaxorai taking a very slow route here through the dungeon.
Yeah, we have to...
It might be possible to know not to check the big chest here based on key count. I know I don't know the key logic for Ice Palace if you're doing it this way, so I certainly would not be surprised if Zax did not know either.
Ice Palace key logic is something else sometimes.
Yeah, I mean even more so when you're bypassing all of it with items, because like sometimes the hookshot is logically required, sometimes the cane is logically required, but in practice none of it's ever required. But yeah, losing a lot of time on this Ice Palace. The sort of consolation prize there is that the powder is going to take him back to the smith chain, but it's going to be a dagger when that cane shows up and is like, I could have had Ice Palace with the Samaria.
Sure, if he decides to go for Smith Chain before the mountain.
I feel like with powder showing up, you do, right? Like the only other thing I could think of doing would be Mire, but you don't want to necessarily go there without the cane, even though it is a pendant.
Oh, Meyer, I think, here in this position.
But yeah, the Mire area is still 3 quick checks. A lot quicker than any of the ones in Smith Chain. Okay, Tyrant, try that a couple more times and fail it, and then Zax will be back in the game.
Oh, Zax buying your refills and upgrades.
Tyrant with the discipline.
Well, Link to the Past can, I don't think that Tyrant has that much more checks open. Probably the check for what's in Spec Rock, Spike Cave, and then he's probably left with Pot.
Yeah,
Or
he's
Mire.
sitting on that green pendant too, so there's like a lot of reasons to go to Pot after this. The one thing with that bow showing up and Zax getting it is there are certain things that Tyrant isn't able to avoid from finding the bow earlier. So it's really just Tyrant's lead hasn't grown as much as it could have.
Was that Samaria block pixel perfect that the beams didn't hit the crystal switch?
I guess so, yeah.
I've never seen that before. Oh, the green pendant check here from Zaxorai. For a bottle.
Last bottle.
We got bottle percent.
Ooh, and up the mountain.
Tyrant probably unhappy here for the hard piece. Yeah, exactly what I thought about Zaxorai checking Dark Mountain before Smith Chain.
Yeah, I mean, the idea here is, like, you want to find the cane up here, because that benefits you. You know, you might find... Because cane's the last thing you need here if you're Zax. But yeah, it's going to be Go Mode Pod versus Go Mode TR, and I definitely know which of those is faster. And I think Tyrant's going to hit the Go Mode a little sooner.
Goma Pot plus Boss Eastern Palace for Tyrant.
Yeah. I still feel like that's faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to be fair, I
first?
think the big key in Pot was in the back, way back. So I think
True.
in Dark Maze.
Yeah, it's not the fastest. I know bottom of Dark Maze was the net.
Tyrant, I don't like that.
I mean, I do. I don't think it's a good decision, but I like it from a spectator perspective.
Well, to have a better race, yes.
Yeah. I mean,
But
this is
even
what
as
Zax
a
thinks,
runner,
but yeah,
I would totally go to Pot here.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would be one thing, right, if you don't have the... I mean, yeah, there's just so little left, right? Tyrant's checked like everything.
Yeah.
So doing this first, especially when you've already checked the pedestal, and you know that it's not required, it's just another sword upgrade. Like, this is unnecessarily greedy, I think, because I don't think... This is something that I'd expect from somebody in Zax's position, where it's like, okay, I feel like I need to make some variance play and get a leg up by doing something a little counter meta. But I don't know about this.
And we got even the true Godmire here.
I mean, do we... Yeah, we're not going to see that happen because Tyrant's in here looking for bow.
The only hope here for Tyrant is the two items on the left side or in the front and not on the boss one.
So yeah, as long as
Otherwise,
the second...
Zax will close the gap pretty soon.
Yeah, as long as the second bow isn't in here, this is going to start paying off for Zax really quickly. And that was 1 out of 2 items, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the only perspective from which Tyrant's routing makes sense here is if you're trying to 100% the seed as fast as possible, because you want to give yourself the maximum chance. You basically kind of want a last location your items in that case, but especially with that green pendant sort of sitting there, like you've had that green pendant for a while, if you go over to pod, you have a chance to turn it in. Yeah, I really don't like doing miner first here.
Yeah, also, you need the big key for Pot anyway. So it's not the worst case to grab the big key and come back later. I mean, the maze in the Dark World isn't that bad.
Yeah, and so that's the buffer kind of gone here for Zax. Unfortunately, wasn't an item on the boss, and Tyrant not in for a penny, in for a pound, deciding to pick up the the gold sword anyway. So now it's the race is kind of on here. Zax's actually in a relatively okay position. This is the last crystal needed, so can pop right over to Ganon's tower after this.
And with the Maya play, I think Zax is slightly in the lead now.
Yeah, as long as Turtle Rock is clean. But Tyrant going to hit go mode momentarily, but Zax's already in go mode and on the way.
See if we got a nice item dash here from Zaxorai. Nice. I like that.
Yeah, very well done. I think one of the bonuses here of hitting the go mode actually before your opponent is you get that burst of adrenaline to lock in. So if Zax can lock in, that's...
Now Tyrant is in go mode as well.
So yeah, hopefully now we can see both runners just kind of lock in. Also worth noting that, you know, Zax is going to get to skip Mimic Cave, which Tyrant did.
Let's see if Tyrant goes for the stairs for the Sumaria. Yeah, I like that. Nicely ladder extension.
Tension is definitely mounting here. I really think Zax has a head start here, but anything could really happen at this point.
Yeah, it depends a little bit on boss execution here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah,
and
GT
can be
basement
something
route.
else sometimes. And we got the basement of pot right now for Tyrant, which can also go south sometimes. Can even skip on laser bridge. We got 2 keys here.
Yeah, the TR layout very favoring Zax here. Yeah, Zax gets to go straight there. That's feels really good at this point. You know, you're in go mode, you want to be able to go. Yeah, Zax is actually quite a bit ahead. The clean Trinex fight here. Ooh, okay. The commentator's curse there a little bit.
Oh, Zax needs to drink a potion. Or magic pump. That goes as well.
Ooh,
Oh, he doesn't have.
It was a red, maybe? Not a green? That's
Oh,
actually really
that's-
bad for Zax.
Yeah, that's super bad for him.
Because I don't think we got any safeties. Any safety doors.
Yeah. That's a whole turtle rock again.
Yeah, that's rough.
That brings Tyrant pretty close to Zax again.
Yes, chances are pretty good that Tyrant is not going to screw up that badly on Eastern Palace. First boss in the game, notably much easier than the final boss in the game, or the antepenultimate boss in the game, I guess. Zax still has a good chance here. I still think the lead is... It's very marginal now, but I think Zax still has the lead.
The mountain climb again also takes some time.
Yeah.
Zax is already on the mountain after the boss. So that saves a slight amount of time. But Zax can't allow to have to let that happen again.
You really have to lock in. It's the kind of thing where, you know, you might be like, okay, well, do I play it safe and grab the safety exit? But it's kind of, it's like, no, if you can't get it second try, you're losing the race either way, you know. Ooh,
Zax
actually
going
going for
for
it.
the safety exit here.
This is a little bit of lost time, but if he gets it second try, he's still... Yeah, this is going to be very, very tight.
Last boss here for Tyrant. With a super clean Amos Knights. Yeah, that means we will count on Tyrant's side for the big key guessing game. Everyone in chat can place a number in the chat where you think the big key in GT will be. For me, it's always the 17.
I mean, it actually might be Zax into GT first.
As far as I know, the big key guessing game, the first one who with 7 crystals will be the one who, where we count. We can do the first one who enters GT. Not a problem.
I mean, the stakes are very high, you know, and you have to make sure you follow these rules precisely, because, you know, the consequences are dire.
I think that will be very, very close between both of them who will enter GT first. It looks a bit.
It's
like...
definitely gonna be Zax because Tyrant has to go to the Dark World first, and
He's in the Dark World.
yeah. Oh yeah, he is, but yeah, it's definitely Zax.
Zax is first in GT by a few screens. Then we count on
is-
Zax's side.
Remarkable that it is this close. I'm honestly Tyrant only has a chance here because Zax screwed up with that Trinex fight. Otherwise, that Meyer play kind of nuked their chances.
14 seconds apart. And we got number 1, just 100 rupees. And the road divergency as well. Ooh, Tyrant got the big key.
Well, I mean, if Zax does the Dark Magician route, Ad is going
Yeah.
to be showing up very soon.
5.
So it's still
Yeah.
going to be, it's all
That's
going to be
Dark
execution.
Magician.
If Tyrant isn't 100% tight here,
That awesome race right now.
it would have been really funny if
It was
Stolfos
the
Rim had
7th check for Zaxorai.
if Stolfos Rim had silvers, that would have been something.
Winner of the Big Key guessing game is Silent Pain, our tracker here. And now it's all execution time. Be surprised if the nerves from both runners are pretty much down for the seat. If they check the race room, oh, my opponent isn't finished yet. What's going on? Am I in the lead? Who is? Where is he?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna both be in the Ganon fight. Zaxorai making it through the pre gauntlet room pretty quickly there. Tyrant took that one a bit slower.
Both using ether here on the Staffels room.
Yeah, Tyrant playing a little slower than he can afford to.
He's on such a low mana level that he even can't use the fire rock.
Yeah, and Zax takes the lead here. Yeah, Zach's probably going to want to pick up the magic in the next room.
Both need still magic, I guess.
Yeah.
Both are pretty low.
Very clean
Super
there.
clean with ropes 2 here from Zax.
I mean, Zax has been doing this climb as well as he needs to be. Nice game knowledge there, picking up that one first for the magic fill there.
Aaron got a fall on the bridge.
Not even chancing those chests there.
Aaron was on the wrong item. Buddy got a blue boo. Blue boo. Troll fight here from Zaxorai. Don't appreciate the opening of the validation chest.
All right, and Zax first into Aga 2 made up a lot of time on this GT
Yes.
climb. Nice, clean. What was that? 4 cycle? 3 cycle?
Double for Tyrant. Single one.
Zax enters the Ganon fight here. Nice early spin
spin.
there. Yeah, and the other thing that's nice here is we did get the red mail, so you can afford to be a little aggressive here just to guarantee the one-on-one here. Oh, nope, not quite guaranteed. Not quite one-on-one.
Mess up here the Aga 2 fight a little bit.
Yeah, Tyrant's execution at the end here has not been as good as it has needed to be. Zax has been playing so clean, has not been dropping too much time.
Speaking of dropping, let's hope none of our runners will drop down here in the third or fourth phase.
If one... Oh, yeah, the Gyros are in the tower. Presumably deeper in the basement. As long as Zax can get into the rhythm here, this should be well practiced. Yeah, nice discipline there. This looks like a well-rehearsed fight.
That should be it in the next 1 or 2 spins for Zaxorai.
Yeah,
There we go.
wow. That is a well-practiced Ganon fight.
And a GG's in chat for Zaxorai. Finishing first with a 1 hour 38:29.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the way that Zax closed out that seed. You know, just from the moment that really the worst thing was just like not going back to Thieves Town to find the mitts. But from that moment forward, everything made sense. And outside of the little the nerves there on Trinex, just really held it together. Really good GT.
Yeah.
Just excellent play overall. But But yeah, the fire rod on the silverless is that's doing that with no half magic and no safeties. That's something you gotta. That's confidence. That's they have practiced that fight. So, but that is GG's for Tyrant, finishing up just a minute and a half later.
1:39:44. So, dear End of Hands, while we're waiting to get the runners in the commentator booth, please give them a follow. Everyone likes a good follow. Zaxorai and Tyrant in first. Otherwise, we got Sean as host of the show. We got TD Silent Pain. We got Esmar. Even Squishy Panda, who was planned as commentator in the beginning. Everyone likes a good photo.
And we are joined here by the victor of this match, Zaxorai. Zaxorai, GG's.
GG. What a race.
How did you feel about that, Titans?
About what? The Titans mitts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great place for them, just like the bow and pod.
You were the, in fact, you were the first one with the bow in hand.
I don't think I had anything left I could clear besides pod. I feel like I did everything in the seed except for go to Meyer.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Tyrant, he did go to Meyer before he did go to Pot.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Yikes. Well, I feel like I did okay considering what the seed threw at us.
Yeah, your end game was, outside of that, the Trinex was very, very impressive. The tower climb, like you were behind going into Ganon's tower, or going up Ganon's tower rather.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I finished like a minute ahead.
Yeah, because you went left and Tyrant went right and got the small key and big key right away. But all just throughout the tower, you just pulled through and consistently made up time in every room.
And welcome, Tyrant. GG's.
GG's.
GG, Tyrant.
Thank you. GG too. What a seed.
What a
The
seed.
bow. What a bow. What a bow. Oh no. Yes, very close.
Tyrant, we already talked
Yes.
about that. You were the last one with the bow in hand,
Yes.
but the first one with the Titans in hand. Because Zaxorai decided to bail on Thieves Town after the first 4 checks and did
Ah.
everything else before he came back to Thieves Town.
Yeah.
Therefore, he already also had the bow way earlier than you.
Okay. It's a shroom. Was fun. Hookshot.
But the big question for you is,
Yeah.
why Misery Meyer?
Yeah. It's a good question. I feel behind at this point, and I don't know. I hope I find the bow in MM, but no bow.
Yeah, well, I mean, from both of you, finishing in what, a minute or an hour and 40 minutes with as much of the seed as you guys did is really rather commendable. That's you guys have blasted through the whole game so quickly. And yeah, it's just feeling you can feel like you're behind even though you've kind of checked everything really quickly. So you're always in your head, you're playing the most efficient route for your opponent.
I'd say overall, I felt okay with the seed, except for the Trinex mishap that really hurt.
That's why you grabbed the safety door at the second try, I guess.
Yeah, so I did TR twice. A lot of fun there.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Well, to be fair, the key layout for you played in your hand. You didn't even needed to grab something from the laser bridge.
Yes, I had 2
And,
keys after skipping the big chest.
And Tyrant cleared the whole Turtle Rock, and then he
everything.
was still in BOGO mode searching.
Yeah, I cleared everything. Spiral Cave. I skipped Spiral Cave.
But yeah, that's the 2-0 for Zaxorai now.
Yeah.
The
Congratulations.
end for Tyrant in the brackets.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, for anybody making it to this point, I mean, obviously the first round of brackets, everybody who goes to brackets makes it through to the first round. But I mean, just getting to the end of, I mean, both of you are playing at such a level. It's clear how much practice both of you have put in, and I'm sure you've come a long way from where you were when you started.
That's true.
Very much so. I look back at the times I had for the placement seeds, and I'm like an hour better, which is crazy.
That's the whole thing for the mentor tournament. You come in, you learn, you get better, and maybe next year, each of you are mentors instead of mentees.
We will see.
Yeah, well, if nobody has any final thoughts on the seed, I guess we'll wrap it up.
I'll try to forget about this seed.
Yeah, well, that'll do it for us at Go Mode Podcast. Remember, give each of our runners a follow. Put in a lot of work. I've been Esmar, joined by Mormasil, tracking by TD Silent Pain, and the restream by Sean, Secretly a Sliver. Thanks again, and have a great night.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye bye.